Hello, everybody. I want to talk to you tonight about starting a YouTube channel in 2025 and why I believe it is the best thing you can do. Now, I did a live stream probably half an hour ago and it didn't turn out the way I wanted it to. So I thought, you know what? I'm just going to redo it, delete the whole thing, and start again. So, starting a YouTube channel is one of the best things you could do if you are a very creative person. I'm a very creative person. I've been very creative my whole life. And I thought to myself, I've always wanted to be in front of the camera. I always wanted to be on films and TV shows, but I didn't have the means to go to Los Angeles to enter the film industry. However, there was a time where someone that I worked with years ago said to me, "Hey, Ryan, have you ever thought about starting a YouTube channel?" And I thought to myself, YouTube channel, huh? What's that? I mean, obviously, I knew what YouTube was. I watched videos, but I never knew you could actually make videos on YouTube. And when I discovered that, I thought, yes, I want to make videos. See, you know what, everyone? I wanted to get noticed. I really did. I wanted to get picked up by a major film company or even just a film company. And I thought to myself, YouTube would be the perfect place to get discovered. However, what I didn't realize was just how good it was going to be. When I very first appeared on camera for the first time in YouTube form, I thought to myself, wow, I was actually really emotional about it. I thought, that's me. I'm actually on YouTube now. So, yeah, that's why I started making videos, was because I wanted to be noticed. I felt like I had something to offer. Now, being on camera is something that is not natural. It's not a normal thing, but it can be over time. So if you want to start a YouTube channel, I highly recommend you do so. Now, what are the pros and cons of being a YouTuber? We will start with the pros. The pros, pro number one is you get to experiment with whatever video format you want. So you can film anything and put it out there. That's pro number one. Pro number two is you get to express yourself. When I very first started making videos, I always knew that I had an expressive sort of personality, and I wanted to show that off. So that's what I did. You know, yeah. So those are two pros. Okay. Pro number one is you can film whatever you want and put it out there. Yay. Pro number two is you can just explore your creativity, like I said. And pro number three, you can make money. You can actually make really, really good money doing this. Now, unfortunately for me, I haven't quite got there just yet, but I know I will. It takes time. And that's another thing is you got to love what you do. Excuse me. I love what I do. So for me, I don't work a day in my life ever. Okay, so those are three pros. Let's talk about the cons. Con number one is you set yourself up for ridicule. If someone doesn't like what you do, they're going to comment on it. Con number two, you never know what's going to work on YouTube, okay? If someone's out there and they don't like who you are, they're going to criticize. So that is con number two. Con number 3 is you're not going to be perfect. You're really not. Hold on. I got to reply to someone. They've been very kind in leaving me a comment. So, yeah. Hello, Dusty Fly Guy. How you going? I'm going pretty good, my friend. Thanks for your comment. Can you hear me? Like, just let me know, Dusty, if you can hear me. So that's it. I mean, being a YouTuber is great. I love it so much and I'll do it forever. I wanted to be in front of the camera. I wanted to be a movie star. I wanted to be a movie star. So just enjoy, my friends. Being a content creator is the greatest thing I've ever done. And I believe a lot of you can achieve the same thing. Now, is it easy? No. Hell no. It's very hard. Thank you, my friend. I am going very well. I really appreciate your comment, my friend. You're the first one that's commented. So, Dusty, are you subscribed to my YouTube channel? This is just a nice little live stream talking about creating a YouTube channel and why I believe it could change your life. So, let me know, Dusty, have you subscribed to me? You know what? I know that doesn't sound right. Probably sounds desperate. And you know what? It's all good. It's all good. Oh, great. Yay. Thank you for that. Dusty, how long have you been watching my videos? Like, when did you start? No, it's great commentary. It's important, Ryan. Mate, it really is important. Thank you for that. I believe that anyone has a gift. When you're live, you can screw up, and that's what I'm doing. I believe everyone has a gift, and it's important to express who you are. You know what I mean? My friend Dusty, it's important to express who you are. And that's what I do. I didn't start making YouTube videos thinking I was going to make a fortune. Now, here's the brutal truth, okay? If you go on to YouTube thinking you're going to make a great living straight away, you've already failed because it doesn't happen like that. It takes years, my friends, years and years of hard work, determination, and dedication. So don't go onto YouTube thinking you're going to make a fortune straight away. Doesn't happen like that. It's like planting something. Takes a long time for it to grow. YouTube is no different. Like a year ago, I started watching your videos. Thanks, man. You're right, Ryan. YouTube should not be your only income source. Wow, Dusty, are you a YouTuber as well? That's great. Hopefully, I'm talking to a fellow creator. You might be able to help me too. So, Dusty, my friend, let's open the conversation, shall we? Let's do this thing. And what do you do on YouTube? Sorry about that, bit of a cramp. Oh my God, Dusty, so do I. As a matter of fact, what's your favorite game you like to play? Because mine is Super Mario Brothers Deluxe. I got a lot of those videos, my friends. Check them out. That's great. Tutorials on games, to be specific. Super Mario 3D World, huh? I've actually never played that one. Is it good? I really should play that one. Anyway, so getting back to what I was saying, everyone. Oh, like I said, when you're live, anything can happen. So that's really it. I believe that Dusty, the gentleman I'm talking to now, and myself would tell every new creator out there, even though it's just him and I right now, we would tell you to follow your dreams and maybe, Dusty, am I wrong? Like, let me know. And follow your heart. And being a YouTuber is great. It is one of the best things ever. And I believe it could change your life because it changed mine. Hold on, my friends, there's got to be a better way to do this. Give me a second. You're right, Dusty. Follow your dreams. It is very important. I've got to work out a way. Hello, everybody. Have I got someone else that's on my live? Welcome. Tonight's topic is YouTube and why I believe it can change your life and why everyone should start creating videos. Trying to read some comments here. Hold on. Sorry, everyone. Like I said, when you're live, anything goes. So I'm just trying to. Okay, you know what? This ain't going to work. So I'm just going to keep responding to comments. You know what? This is totally unprofessional of me. I'm going to have to move my camera, maybe. So I'm closer. My eyes aren't real good, my friends. So going to have to get closer to see the comments. So that way I can read them. Don't mind my wardrobe. It's a little bit messy. Okay, you can't see my wardrobe? Great. Thanks for the awesome stream, Ryan. I'm heading out. Oh, okay. Thanks, Dusty, for tuning in. You've just helped my watch time, so thank you, my friend. You have a great rest of your evening. Okay, so starting a YouTube channel in 2025 is basically one of the best things you can do. Let me explain. I was a very shy person, okay, growing up. I really, I didn't have a lot of friends. I had a very overactive imagination. There was stuff I always wanted to do. And I thought to myself, okay, look, what do I like? What movies, what TV shows do I like? And I started thinking about those things. I love Two and a Half Men, The King of Queens, The Bench Warmers, Happy Gilmore, all of that. And I thought to myself, you know what? I want to do this for a living. But how? How do I do it? And as I said, a friend of mine, I was working with her, and she said, hey, Ryan, you ever think about starting a YouTube channel? And I thought, YouTube? Okay, that's new to me. So I started a YouTube channel, and I've been at it for 5 years. I'll be honest with you, my first YouTube channel I ever made didn't get any views. Doesn't get views. But I kept going and I started a new channel. I don't even know where that channel went. to be honest with you. I'm not sure. Dusty just hit on a really, really good point. He said, you should never obsess over your analytics because it'll drive you mad. Yes, my friends, yes. Don't obsess. Never. When you make videos, again, do them because you love to do them. Now, that's another thing I want to tell you as well is when you make a YouTube channel, you have to be consistent with it. You got to upload all the time. So that way you get into a really good rhythm and the algorithm, which is the audience, YouTube can find people that would like the content. See, when I very first got started, I would make videos about anything and everything. And I wondered why, things weren't well. Things didn't go so good for me. And I thought to myself, okay, maybe I need to niche down. So again, I had to discover what I liked. And for me, again, I love watching movies, TV shows, comedy. I love horror. And I thought to myself, I'd love to make movies around that, make content around that. And I started to do it. But then I realized something. It is hard to do. To make videos in movie form, 24 frames a second, that's easy. 4K, that is easier. Telling a story, hard. Very hard. So, what are your interests, my friends? Why do you want to start making YouTube videos? What is it? What do you like? What interests you? Leave me a comment in the live stream. So don't ever do that to yourself. Don't think that I have to be perfect on camera in order to make videos. You really don't. Just get creating, okay? Start making videos today. Don't wait because you know what? You know what I'm learning? Time waits for no one. And if you wait for the right opportunity, it may never come. You have to be patient and realize that YouTube is truly a marathon, not a sprint. It takes time to develop a skill. It takes time to develop yourself as a creator. It doesn't happen in 5 minutes. When I very first got started with video, everyone, I'll be honest with you, I started becoming impatient. I thought, you know what? When am I going to get my break? When's it going to happen? And in reality, it takes time. You know what I mean? Like to catch a break as a filmmaker, it's like trying to catch a fish with a very, very small jar, a tiny jar. Takes time, my friends. And that's why so many people quit because they see that, it takes so long, I don't want to do it anymore. Well, then you weren't serious. So, my friends, truly, if you want to start making YouTube videos, just start. Do it today. Don't wait because you may never know how successful you could actually be. I know, because if I waited, I wouldn't be where I am today. Really, I wouldn't be. And I'm not bragging and saying I'm the best creator in the world. I'm far from it. I'm not even 1%. But I've learnt enough to where I know some things. So start a YouTube channel today, my friends, and you won't regret it. And plus, you don't need fancy camera equipment. You know, all you need is this. All you need is your phone to get started. That's it. You don't need anything else. Just use your phone. You know, we have high powered internet, camera shoots in 4K. You know, movies are made with a phone. You don't need the latest and greatest camera equipment. Now, if you were to invest in anything, I would strongly recommend audio. Audio, my friends, is king. Even if you couldn't see me right now, you could still hear me. So, audio, it's important. It is the foundation of how a video is going to turn out. It's like watching a podcast, you know. You might not want to watch a video podcast, but you still want to hear it. So you play it in the background. Got your headphones on, you can still hear it. That's what's great about getting to do what I do. And so many other creators, like, we get to experiment. We get to do things that not a lot of people in normal everyday life get to do. So do it, my friends. Create videos and be the best you can at it. All right, everybody, I really hope you enjoyed this live stream. Remember, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, smash the like button, and keep the comments rolling in. And start your channel. Start today. Don't wait. Bye, everybody.